Hi guys, I want to do a little walkthrough today with you of my mini pocket page notebook. Now these are available right now at the Stamp Spot. I was very lucky and Michelle sent me one a couple of weeks early, so I have been busy filling this chunky little thing up. And I literally have filled it in 2 weeks. I really love it, so let me show you through it and some of the things that I've done in here. Now, one of the main things I love about these books is they are perfect for 4x6 cards, and we've all got a stash of 4x6 cards that never get used. This book is perfect for using those cards up, and as well as cards, I had this 4x6 wood veneer, and I think it was from Studio Calico, and it's literally from years ago. I've been keeping it for years. I knew I wanted to use it. I've never had the opportunity. So I finally did. I backed it with a piece of pattern paper and then just stuck it onto the front cover, and I really love the look of it. So like I said, I started this on the 18th of July and today... So I started this on the 18th of July and I finished it on the 31st. So a couple of weeks, just shy of a couple of weeks, and it was very easy to do so. This little tab here was actually from this page, and I just backed it with another tab and added a little good time sticker that matched my front cover. I do love having things sticking out of this notebook. So here's what I mean about how easy it is to use these books. This is just a 4x6 photo that I stuck down as is, no trimming, just printed it out on my photo printer, added a little bit of washi tape, a label sticker, and a nom 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 stamp from Kelly Stamps. And this here is actually just a little, it's the backing piece of foil from another project that I did, and I didn't want to throw it away. There was so much foil left and it was so pretty, so I ran it through my laminator. I'll pull it out so you can see. I ran it through my laminator. It's actually see-through. And it works really well. I just put it in a lamination pocket, and I did stick a couple of bits of paper on either side of the pocket just to stop it bubbling too much, and it worked really nicely. So on the other side of that, I just added a hand-stamped journaling card that I had done with another 3x4 photo, some of the same washi tape, and a couple of little really old Emmy Tangerine enamel hearts. This page again, super simple. You'll see most of these pages are super simple. I was just experimenting with what worked well in this notebook. So I've got repeat stamping, a tag, and I had just done some little watercolor doodles as a background, trimmed that out to 4x6 and stuck it into the pocket. There's just a wee Polaroid that I stuck down with a bit of washi tape. On the back side of that, so this is the pocket page, I trimmed out a 4x6, and then I didn't quite have 4x6, it only came to the edge here, so I filled the rest with washi tape, and then used up some leftover alphas to spell out my rather impolite title there. I had a headache at that point for about 8 days, and I was well and truly sick of it. So here's another 4x6 card, and in this pocket here I fused two 3x4s together. So this is just a vellum piece and my photo, and then I had another 3x4 card on the back with just a little cutout on one of the back of the vellum dots. I did some repeat stamping on this side and added my journaling. This is the Arabesque, I want to say, line from Rosie's Studio. I grabbed that after seeing I Am Alice on Instagram. I had to go and grab that from the warehouse, and I've just added some stripes. Actually, I think this page was some leftover pieces I had used from another page, and then this is the Let's Eat stamps here from Feed Your Craft. I stamped a little bit on some vellum, created another little vellum sticker over here, and then just repeat stamped down the side. Here's another super simple page, my 4x6 photo. I added a stamp from Kelly Stamps. This is just some more repeat stamping. I did, it's hard to see. I stitched around the edge of this piece of paper and then just folded it up to make it look a little bit rough, a little bit more textural, and then ran it through my typewriter to do the journaling. My rainbow page, if you've seen my favorites for the month, this was in there. I had done some rainbow arranging on my bookshelves, and all I did was add a stamp. Stamped out rainbow, did my journaling, and of course I had to add in a sequin page. I just fused the top, but you could definitely stitch it with your sewing machine or hand stitch it. You know, sequin pages are one of the reasons I love these pocket page notebooks so much. This page here is another 4x6 card that I trimmed down just a little bit so that I could add this gold paper behind it. It already had this frame printed on the card, so I just printed a photo out to fit inside the frame and added a couple of little enamel hearts and some staples. And on this side was a tag that I had kept. I think I had done that for one of my 100-day projects, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I had kept it. All I did was trim the top off it so I could make it fill the whole page, and then just added my journaling in between. Obviously, this notebook, I haven't worried about how fat it was going to get. This was just an experimentation for me. So it's full of wood veneer and enamel dots and sequin pages and all of that big fat stuff that I try not to put too much of in my normal notebooks. Here's another super busy page, but I was experimenting with cut files. So I cut out this cut file. It's a really old one from Studio Calico, I think, and added a few photos to this page. It's quite busy and bright and probably not my favorite, but like I said, this is an experimentation. So again, another cut file. This one was from Paige Evans, and I just backed it with sort of scrap paper that I had in kind of a rainbow order. And again, like I said, I was adding puffy stickers and foam alphas. Luckily, this one fell in the middle, so it was it's reasonably squishable. On the other side, I just trimmed out 4x6 bit of pattern paper. This is kind of hard to see, gold foil polka dots, a few little bits and pieces, and I was printing another photo, and I had this tiny little space left over, and I decided rather than just leaving it blank, I would stick a photo in it and use it. So I've got this really long, narrow photo, and I quite like it because on a small page like this, it still gives me enough space to make a cluster of embellishments here. So don't forget to fill up all your spaces when you're printing photos. Here's another one that I've just finished with the Willow Lane collection from that came in the August Citrus Twist kits. So I've used the Pocket Life kit and the embellishment kit here, and another cut file from Paige Evans just to create a little textural pocket page. And on this side, all I had done was take a screenshot of my camera roll with all the little photos of Lily. These are all ones that tend not to get printed, sort of the reject photos, if you will. I still love them, still love her, so I put them in here. Here's another way to use these pocket pages and these shorty books. I've got a 4x6 transparency in here. Again, perfect, just slip it straight in. I added a couple of tiny word stickers and some staples, some tiny attaches just to keep it actually in the pocket. You could stitch it, or I mean, you don't need to add anything at all really, but that's what I did. I've got a grid arrangement of 6 photos on this side, and then a full 4x6 on this side that I just hand wrote my journaling on. We're getting to the chunky end of this book now. So again, this was this arabesque collection. So I've got some foam words here. We had this really weird day that we woke up to this mega frost. The condensation on the inside of my windows was frozen solid. So it was a weird day. But then by the afternoon, we had a beautiful, sunny, warm day, so much so I took the cat outside. She's still inside. She tends to wander when we move, so we keep her inside for a really long time before we start letting her out. But I did take her out and supervise her while she was outside rolling around in the grass. So again, these are these super fat foam words. So this book was getting really huge by this point. But you can see I was really enjoying this collection, so it's through the rest of this book it's added all out. This is some more foam words. This is sort of 2 separate pages. This page is sort of just something on its own. I didn't take a photo, but I felt like the memory was worth documenting anyway. So I just added some stickers and a little bit of journaling, and I used the same line, so it sort of still matches the next page, which is this one here. I had trimmed this down, and I think it's 3 by 6, trimmed it down and fused it so that I could add my pattern paper into here. This was one of those arabesque papers and it had these words on it, so I just highlighted the ones that I thought matched. And on the back there was this black and white stripe pattern, so that's where I added my journaling. And then a cute little photo of my darling Lily. Here's another super quick page because it's just a 4 by 6 photo with a sticker in. Again, this was the Willow Lane collection. I was just using up some leftover stickers. And this is another cut file from Paige Evans, cut from vellum and slipped into the pocket. So these complicated sort of cut files like this can be really hard to slip into the pocket. So my trick is I jam them between 2 bits of 4 by 6. You can use like journaling cards, or I just used a couple of bits of photo paper so that it's solid, slip that in and then pull out the other pieces, and it just makes it so much easier to stick these really complicated cut files into the pockets here. And then the last page in my book was just had to be another full page sequin pocket. So I grabbed, I can't remember the name of the sequin mix, it's from the Stamp Spot, and it was perfect for sort of this cooler toned, wintry kind of theme. And I used an older stamp set from Kelly Stamps to sort of lead my journaling, I guess. So it's a mix of stamps and handwriting. And then, as you can see, just on the other side, just a 4 by 6 photo. So I didn't do the last page of the book. I never do. But that is my entire mini pocket page notebook filled. I love them. This is a great size. If you just want a little book to just document those little things or something to play in, experiment creative-wise before you go ahead and fill out a whole notebook. I can't recommend this highly enough. I am definitely going to start another one. I'm not giving up on my regular pocket page notebooks by any stretch of the imagination, but I really love this size for using up those 4 by 6 cards, papers, any little scraps that you've got. This is a great option. I will leave the link for these down below. I suggest you grab them. I'm not sure that there's an unlimited supply of these, so I think that they will sell out quickly. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.